before we get started, I'm just going to read a statement by Pete. Hi guys, I'm really sorry, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight. I'm on a really tight schedule for a project I signed on to last week, and it's really, really kicking my ass. I'm really sorry, I should have let you know sooner, but I thought I could pick up the pace and be able to make it. But I think I'm going to be working into at least 12 now, because I'm a bit behind and stuff. So I might not be able to make it tomorrow. I think it's going to be really tough to pin me down for 2 weeks. So basically, Pete's being a little bitch and is not going to be here for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, pretty much. He wrote a very loving Facebook message to us, but it wasn't enough.
Yes, Pete. We need a real expression of your emotions.
Maybe we'll hear that next week.
If he's here.
If he's here.
You're a good boy. I don't need thank yous. All I ask is that you be a good virgin. Now let's get back to business.
But for now, it's just me, Ollie from Solly, and
me, Mario. I'm the person who organises this shit. So, hi, I'm Lawrence, or Luzza, Kane, whichever you prefer.
Now, today's film was called Grand Master of
Shaolin Kung Fu. Or Domo Shen Gong.
Doma Shin Gong.
Yeah. Again, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's no, I don't know how to put it. In Chinese, there's, if you write Chinese in English or in Latin, there's little, accents you put on the word so you know how to pronounce it.
By the time we've come to the end of this podcast, I think we'll be able to understand Chinese.
No.
Hopefully.
We're not going to watch anything in Chinese. That's like that one film. That was actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we watched, Grandmaster Shaolin. It was not bad.
It was amusing. It had its moments.
Its entire soundtrack seemed to be quote-unquote ripped from other films.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the opening first few seconds, it was it was copyright infringement level copying of the Star Wars theme.
Yeah.
But only for the first few seconds of the opening track.
Yeah, kind of a couple of beats. And it had the same thing a bit later when he did this thing with the sword. But and then after that, there was also this scene where it was quite obviously this bit of music from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
And not just the actual original track that Clockwork Orange covered, but actually the cover that they used.
The actual score to Clockwork Orange. The actual opening. It's the opening song actually. That long synthesizer organ. And it's it's ripped straight from that movie. I can't imagine Stanley Kubrick would ever give the permission to use that in this sort of film. Maybe possibly Wendy Carlos, the actual composer, but if they did actually allow that to be in this film, that's a very unique piece of trivia we would have uncovered.
Okay, so the opening to this film's a bit weird because it does this thing where it almost just cycles through characters really quickly.
Yeah, what was the
so there's this drunk man saying he's going to become the king of warriors with this gem.
Ah, yeah.
And then this guy turns up in the middle of the night with this poison smoke and kills him for the gem. Then that guy's going to hand it over to the guy who'd hired him to take it, and then that guy then kills him. And these two men show up and kill him for the gem. And
I'm wondering what a kind of film would be like if it was just a series of people killing each other and then taking this one item.
There was a running, I don't want to say joke or gag, for I think it was a season or so of American Dad, where it's this golden gem encrusted shit that people kept killing each other over. It was just so this short scene every episode for the entire series, tracking the movements of this thing, and it was, but she done in a show, but not as the main point of the thing, you know.
The closest match I can think of is Snatch by Guy Ritchie, where it's about, surprisingly, it is actually about a gem stone that's being searched for by various London gangsters, most of whom do meet a rather unsavoury fate trying to find it. But that's besides the point. I also have to mention I've never seen someone be killed by smoke ever in in a film or TV show. That's a completely unique trope. It was this. It was pink, wasn't it? He had it in a bottle. He just opened it, and it was Yeah,
because the guy kind of passed out drunk, and then this guy turns up, and I was like, oh, he's going to smother him in his sleep. It's like, no. Guy wakes up and then just poison the smoke. It made no sense. Anyway, so then we get into the opening credits, and this film is apparently starring King Kong.
Yes. Who was it that he played? I can't remember the exact credit. Did you write that down? Or
no, I didn't. I had a quick look on IMDb, and it doesn't say anybody called King Kong. But translation errors and such, so we can't be certain.
But yes, King Kong is in this movie, and the fight choreography is by Tiger Wang. I thought that was
can't complain.
I know. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm just culturally daft, but that's a very amusing name.
Let's move off of that before we say something accidentally racist. So then these two guys get to this Buddha statue thing, and the gem opens up a shrine.
Whoa. How does it open the shrine?
With this giant erection laser.
Yes.
The laser comes out from the crotch,
and shoots at a door.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't use explosives or a thing to open the door. No, they've got to, use the laser.
Yeah. Which it kind of actually makes sense in the point we'll get to later in the film. So basically, they try to go in, and the place is booby-trapped by some poison spikes or something. But then they jump over them, and then this guy just flicks the air at them, and they get knocked away.
Also, before they try to enter, spikes come out of the floor.
Yeah, the poison spike things.
And it's
the closer they get, they kind of the further out the spikes come.
Yeah, so they're required to make a leap of faith over them.
Yeah.
Do one of those Power Rangers jumps where they jump and then the camera is tilted upwards, and it's clearly they're just doing a front flip over a camera.
Yeah. So then this voice says, if you want to learn the secret, you must master your kung fu first, then come back. It's, fair kind of stuff. So then we cut to the scene where this guy's just walking in the desert, and he sees one of the guys from earlier getting mugged.
Because apparently he's got the gem now, even though those...
No, because he keeps saying his brother has the gem.
Oh.
I don't know what happened to the brother, because he's never mentioned again.
How did the thugs get into the thing then? Because they needed the gem to get into the temple.
No, this is in the desert.
Yeah, but they needed the gem to get into the temple, didn't they?
They had the gem in the start.
So what happened to it once they got thrown out?
They kept the gem.
Yeah, so how did it come to be in this random guy in the desert's possession then?
That is one of the brothers, I think.
Okay.
They just don't mention it, because he mentions his brother having the gem, even though he lied. But then the brothers never mentioned it. It makes no sense, this bit. You could basically start the entire film from this point.
More or less, yeah.
So this guy, he's in the desert. He sees this guy getting mugged. He intervenes. The bandits okay, we'll go, and then actually attack him and try to fights them off. It's
it's your typical kung fu scene.
So then he takes the guy to safety. More bandits show up, and by the time he's finished the fight with them, the guy's dead.
Here, take this gem, he says. I don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
But apparently everybody in town seems to know what the gem is and what it seems to do.
Yeah, he's literally in the he enters the restaurant. He asks, I can't remember what he has to wait for, but he's like, I'm going to this the Golden Buddha temple thing, and the guy's like, oh, you can't go there. You're not nearly good at kung fu, and you don't even have the gem.
The gem?
What? This gem?
And in a
then the slide whistle plays as everyone looks around. It's like
like a Western movie. Everybody turns around from playing poker to see the weird guy that's entered the saloon.
And then just everybody goes batshit crazy and has a massive bar fight thing.
It's just a trope of kung fu movies we've found now that there has to be a bar fight.
Yeah, but it's not. They also use like the tropes that are used in bar fights quite effectively. Like a bit, the main guy just sort of jumps off to the side, just sitting out and watching the fight, and then anything that comes near him, he's like drinking wine and eating meat, and it's kind of comical, you know. It's a light-hearted scene.
It's got barrels and
guy ends up in a barrel at the end and gets rolled out.
Maybe that was King Kong.
Donkey Kong. Ollie, you're thinking of Donkey Kong. King Kong's in this film. He doesn't like you to get him confused. Okay.
All right. I'm Oliver Kong. I'm actually an ape.
Well, you know what they say. Humans are just clothed monkeys. I actually can't remember. There's a quote from Kill the Kill I was about to try and quote, but I forgot it.
Also the title of the new Gorillaz album. Humans.
I've got that. I haven't listened to it yet.
Going off topic here. This isn't a social talk show. We're here to kung fu.
Anyway,
but I was the one who brought it up, so I deserve the slap on the wrist.
Oh,
get your cane, boy.
So back to the actual film and the plot. The guy's walking along the ridgeway. It's just a random ridgeway, and this man with the voice of a frog, literally like probably very like croaky and bassy,
boy,
threatens him for the gem, and then he does some weird ass earthbending and firebending at the guy.
Yeah. He seems to levitate a piece of...
pulls a piece of rock out the ground with the kung fu spirity stuff.
And sets it on fire.
Yeah. I've forgotten the name of the fire avatar guy from... I want to say Roshi, but that's not the right guy. Anyway, so then the guy runs off, still with the stone for some reason.
Yeah. We thought there was like a weird cut because it cut to blue.
Yeah.
We also didn't mention it previously. There was this weird video glitch. It was obviously on a VHS tape, but there was like this rolling video effect at one point.
Yeah, where like
the audio was fine, but
slid off to the side.
Yeah.
And then it also got like the syncing of the individual frames got out of sync.
Yeah.
So you were seeing like half the top and bottom of a frame so it was weird.
Yeah. The video quality was pretty bad on this one.
Everything looked extremely sort of washed out, especially in the day and outside.
And when it was night, the whole frame was just pitch black.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell what the hell was going on.
But,
Where were we?
We can't really complain. Okay, so the guy then... So after running away from this guy, he arrives at the Buddha shrine. He then gets through that first defense of the flick. And it turns out the frogman's guarding the temple.
Yeah, he was just in there all along.
And, he just clearly been testing him. And then I think... We find out, I think the frog guy's called T-Beak the Hermit or something.
Tuberculosis.
Yeah. And he was friends with the main guy's master back in the day.
We don't hear a lot about him, the old master, even though he's got some significance to the plot. He teaches him about some technique, some completely unspecified technique.
Yeah, do you know Shaolin Kung Fu basic techniques that will make you the master of anything?
The master of reality.
And
be able to bend everything at his will.
Yeah. Oh, there's also a bit where he's like, I can't remember what it was, but I made this really... It wasn't a weird sexual joke, it was like, I made this joke, and then the guy looked round. Oh, that was it. The guy was like, I need to find someone to thank you, and I was just like, yeah, with the blowjob.
Yeah, there was something he said, though, which sort of almost...
It was like, I don't need your thanks, or something.
Oh, I don't need your thanks.
Basically, it was very funny, and you'll admit I'm funny.
Yes, your blowjob joke was funny.
So then he's like, right, so whilst you're training here, you just need to practice all the basics whilst I'm out making you this potion, which I can't make here for plot reasons.
Yes, this... he says
unspecified.
He says medicine, not potion. Yeah. So it could be anything.
Yeah.
So
this was a bit where we were just like, because I think another bit we'd been like, this is a bit Dragon Ball Z-esque. Or I should more say Dragon Ball. Just specifically with the bit where this potion, I was thinking when Goku has to get these special purified water or whatever it's called from Korin.
From Korin. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Didn't that not do anything?
No, later, the other set of that, the actual one, that he gets with Yajirobe, that Korin needs them to so they can defeat Demon King Piccolo.
Oh right, yeah. Ah yeah. Oh what is it? Korin? That's the cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Korin. I thought for a moment that Korin was what Krillin was called, because
No, that's true. It's Kuririn.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, he's.
But that's just how you say or spell out Krillin.
Yeah.
Is that your toilet going?
Yes.
Should we wait until that subsides?
Yes, viewers. I have a loud toilet.
Yes, not that.
With a mind of its own.
Yeah. And also your dog barked a bit, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, damn dog, damn woofer.
Anyway, so away from. Basically, because Pete's not here, we're just going to get derailed constantly.
Yes, he was the great train conductor of our podcast. he knew all the he knew the plot. Where were we? I've forgotten the plot already.
Okay, so
we've derailed. We're doing what's it called? Multi-track drifting now. The train's on 2 tracks, and we've got to decide where to go.
Okay, now I've just got the main song from Starlight Express in my mind.
What?
Like the main really campy song from Starlight Express.
What's Starlight Express?
It's a musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber about trains.
Oh right. For a moment there, I thought it was a season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, it's Stardust Crusaders.
It does sound a bit like that.
Yeah, I see. I think it's Unbreakable, Stone Ocean. Nah, doesn't sound like any others. Pretty much just that one series. Anyway, back to the plot. So the master goes off to make the potion. The guy stays back to train. Then there's this scene where this guy's like, I don't know if he's protecting a toll bridge or a ferry or something, and he wants a toll fee from these guys who are like gangsters.
His toll booth consisted of him sitting down inside a miniature teepee with a bowl.
No, it was his hat that was the teepee.
His what?
His hat.
But there was this straw thing that he was...
Yeah, that was his hat. He just lied down with the hat covering his face.
It was a big hat.
Yeah.
And he also had a bowl with a hole in the middle of it. It looked like a metal coin, like a massive metal coin. Like those.
No, that was his hat.
That was his hat.
Yes.
No, I swear he was sitting under like a tent or something.
No, it was all his hat.
All right,
Anyway.
I saw that wrong. But he was like a toll person.
Yeah.
For this really decrepit boat.
We don't even know if it was just. Yeah, I think it was to use the boat, but we have no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway. So he wants his fee. Then there's these two main gangster guys, and then there are a couple of goons around them. He beats up the goons just like lying down on the ground. Then one of the guys chucks a
this is the weirdest scene in the film.
That then shits in the guy's eyes, and they say he all has egg on his face, but we all know it was shit. They then beat the shit out of him.
It just comes out of his sleeve. He's just
and returns to his sleeve.
Yeah. You see it fly in midair, drop the egg on him, and he's like, and then they're like, ha ha ha, and he just puts it under his sleeve again.
Yeah.
It's kind of hilarious, but also kind of
weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like completely out of tone with everything in the film.
I will also say one of the guys' English voice actors sounded a lot like a posh Cockney geezer.
Yeah. There was a lot of Cockney guys in this film.
Yeah.
And also...
he also had a mustache.
Has Pete doing an impression of something, has he entered the plot yet?
I can't remember.
Because there was this guy who sounds exactly like Pete doing an impression of...
One of these voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's sort of... Oh, yeah. Oh, that sort of thing. We'll get him to do it next week.
Or the week after.
whenever he returns from the Nether Realm.
This guy though, he looks like Jason. Like if he was played by an English actor, he'd be played by Jason Statham.
Yeah.
So anyway, then this woman wearing a wicker basket for a hat turns up because I don't know. I literally don't know.
I just don't know.
I don't know what you want anymore.
Sorry.
I'm making a joke from that Michelin Web look.
Anyway, did I sound a bit like David Mitchell then?
No. I was just the line. I don't know what you want anymore. I'll try and make you the scene later if I remember to. But anyway.
All right.
So the wicker hat woman shows up, fights them off. Then she's at a restaurant, and they turn up and fight her. And then they get their swords out to threaten her with them, and she just throws plates at them, literally just like off the side of the table. I don't know.
There was a bit where she put them back as well by throwing them.
Yeah, they just reversed some footage, and
there was a lot.
These plates were fucking strong. You know, knock a guy out or to the floor, and then.
They certainly weren't made of China.
Fuck you. I'm not even gonna grace you with putting a laugh track in, okay? Only my shit jokes get a laugh track.
Okay.
So then, after she's left, it turns out their boss was the owner of that restaurant.
Oh dear, she's in deep.
I think a lot of this film just sort of happens.
Yeah.
It's like.
So it's like the universe.
Yeah. Stuff
just happens.
Yeah, like there's no reason for it to happen. It's just, they were there, and this was there. It doesn't feel like there was any plot being set up, but as I said, it was fine. So then the hero guy and the wicker hat woman meet up, and it turns out they were fiancé, like engaged for the term. And the hero guy is called Chun, and the wicked woman is called Armin, I think.
Chun.
And basically, we didn't say this earlier, but the reason why the guy wanted to go and train in this like mythical KungFu Shaolin style was because his parents were killed by this guy,
and he wants revenge.
Yeah,
sweet. But the only identifying thing about
is he had this little brooch.
Yes, this brooch, which we couldn't really see the details of because it was such poor video quality.
And the kid was just completely just didn't react to his parents being killed.
Just po-faced.
Yeah, and then after the evil guys had left, he then let out a mediocre cry.
Wah, wah, wah.
I can't do it. I was going to say, Waluigi is number one.
Waluigi, number one. Wario.
Hey,
Luigi. Luigi.
This is why we need Pete.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway.
I am the great derailer. I'm the guy who ties up the woman on the railway tracks.
Yeah. With the big fiddly moustache.
Yeah.
And a top hat and a cape.
I'm Waluigi, basically.
With a top hat and cape. And a woman.
Wow. I'm the great derailer. Wow.
Anyway. His fiancée doesn't want him to go. Like, she had left for a couple of months or something, and she's like, "I counted the days to your return. Please don't go again." He's like, "I'm going tomorrow, bitch." She's like, "I'll go with you." He's like, "You, a woman? Don't be daft." Everyone knows women are just in this film for plot devices.
You anticipated that as well. It was very clever of you.
I just know. I mean, this is at the end of the day an 80s film, so the woman in it is going to be a plot device more than likely.
What happens next?
The evil guys send people. They send out people to spy on them, and they report back. The evil people make a plan to have what was it? Have this guy come and kill them,
and that fails spectacularly.
That's later though. Chan then tries to pull this sword from the sheath with his mind powers.
His Jedi powers.
Yeah, his Jedi mind.
His copyright infringement.
For legal reasons, not the Force.
Well, I mean, this is China. This is communist China. Those Americans got nothing on Earth.
I wouldn't say China's proper communist.
Well, in the 80s, weren't they?
Yeah. They've always been this sort of weird. They've never been true communists, basically.
I suppose so. But
outside of political and social ideologies,
they're never going to get a court case from 20th Century Fox about ripping off Star Wars. No way.
Also, I don't think people are going to care about this film.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy then, he's wearing this like umbrella for a hat.
Umbrella for what?
It was this like big domed umbrella thing that was covering his face.
I can't remember this for some reason.
He was the evil assassin guy.
Okay, I think.
Who looked like, was it Zach Galifianakis?
Oh, Zach Galifianakis.
That's yeah.
The Chinese.
Chinese version of Zach Galifianakis. Yeah, he turns up. He was this evil assassin. Blah blah blah. Basically, want this book from him. Oh, that was it. I forgot the scene earlier. The evil guy's master is like, right, I want you to get the book from these guys.
Yes, because the book. The other plot device that just
but the replacement for the stone.
Pretty much. Yeah. Is it even explained where the book came from?
I think it was just the training manual.
Oh right, yeah, that was it.
It's not explained. It's
as we'll detail later on. A lot of things in this film just
happens. Like the universe.
People just seem to know things in this film. They just seem to have omnipresent knowledge of things.
I think it's because the evil guys had spies and stuff watching them.
Oh yes.
Anyway, so this man, so the man throws his hat like odd job.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throws it like, and Chun just kicks it back, and he's like, ugh, reflects it, and then he just runs away, doesn't he?
He gets his men to join as well. They don't have their asses kicked.
Yeah.
By both them, Chun and Armin, and then the tall guy's watching from the sidelines and throws a throwing star at one of them. That point makes no sense later on in the film.
In what way? Say again. Well, it doesn't make. He throws a star.
He's interfering with the fight.
I suppose.
There's no reason for him to interfere with the fight. Like, the guy's completely neutral in this. The only thing I thought was that he was in love with the woman, but even then, that seems a bit iffy.
Was he the guy that said he was an old friend or something?
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember either.
No, that was the odd job guy. So then the umbrella hat man and then the tall guy, they talk, and the tall guy's like, if we work together, we can get this. And the tall guy's like, fuck that, because he doesn't trust him. He's like, oh, you'll just kill me in the end and take it for yourself. Then the umbrella hat man's like, well, I can't let you live now. But then the tall guy kills him
with a 5 fingers of death to the spine, more or less.
Yeah. So then after
what precedes that?
Oh, so then after that bit, the evil guy speaks to the master again. He's like, here, give them this aphrodisiac. Once he has it, he won't be able to fight. All his blood vessels will have ruptured, and
if he doesn't make love in 5 minutes, his blood vessels will explode.
But then after he's had it, he'll be too weak for making love, but you can then beat him.
That's the weirdest aphrodisiac I've ever heard of. One that will make your blood vessels explode.
So then the master guy returns.
Did they just not have any poison? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Are they just some weird sex cult? All they have is just exploding aphrodisiac.
I think so. I think this is just a fetish club that got in too deep. Yeah. And we're trying to keep up the thought in their head instead of going under. Anyway,
he's just a rogue member. He's spreading their techniques to the masses and of all their perverted doings to the masses, and they don't want him to. They want to end him so that they can stay private.
Anyway, so the next scene is. And the master then returns to check on Chun's training. He speaks to Armin and he's like, oh, I like you. He's a bit pervy. Then cut to a scene of Chun training and he manages to pull out the sword with the force, and we have some more Star Wars music play here.
Yeah.
Then it turns out the master of the visit was actually Jason Statham in disguise, and he actually dropped off the aphrodisiac. So then after all the training, when Chun and Armin drink the tea, Chun then gets very horny and they have sex.
In a very rapey sort of scene, where the colours go all red.
Yeah.
And he stares deep. And also, this is when...
the clockwork orange music.
Yeah, the score, the first track, just completely ripped out of that film and just put in this scene. I mean, it's kind of appropriate, but it's so bizarre the fact that it's the exact same track.
Did that track play in the rape scene in A Clockwork Orange?
No, it played at the opening credits.
I wasn't sure if they played it again at any point.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I saw that film. as I saw it. So,
which makes me wonder how that film could have been seen in China, because
the Clockwork Orange was banned in England as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, because it
Like-
was banned in England. So how the hell did it make it to China?
I think some of this music may have been put in by the dubbing studio.
Maybe that's a good point, or maybe it was bootlegged or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
This is a wild world.
But anyway, yeah. I think the scene itself, though, wasn't a rape scene, just in case you're wondering, because...
Well, yeah, they're all
It
right.
was-
They're
it
all
was just
right.
a bit more of
afterwards.
a, I guess, animalistic lovemaking scene.
Mm.
Anyway. So then, after the sex, this woman goes off to pick cabbage or whatever.
Some grass.
Yeah. And
She
the
just-
guys...
she
Yeah,
just-
she's literally just out in a field sniffing grass and just, like, really happy. Like, she just had a good night. And then when
Yeah.
Chan wakes up, the evil guys have turned up and they're like, haha, you're too weak now to fight us because you just had the sex. And then they kick his ass.
Because apparently that's a thing.
I think it was part of the aphrodisiac.
I suppose. So then after he's beaten up, and do they take the? They take
the book
Ah.
and give it to their master, who turns out to be the toll guy. Like, I don't understand why he's the master.
Yeah, he just is. He's the master, and he takes people's money for tolls. He's just the
Yeah.
master of it all. You know, he knows how
Yeah.
to get money from people. He knows.
But I also
how
don't know
to-
why he intervened in the fight to begin with.
I've no idea.
Like, his character at this point makes no sense what he's done. I feel like there could have been two separate characters, and I don't know. But at
So
least it didn't fall to the usual thing of having that, like, the master be the final fighter. You know, the first time you see him is right at the end of the film. Kind
Yeah.
of bullshit that we've had sometimes. Although within that, in the last film, obviously, they did it quite well with having the master pretend he was a lower ranking person the entire time, and at least you knew him as a character.
Chun's master shows up.
Up, and he's like, oh my god, you had the sex. You can't have the sex and train. Fuck off.
You need to be a virgin boy for some reason.
Yeah.
That's part of the whole thing, because for some reason you can't learn the technique without. You have to be chaste to learn the technique.
Yeah.
For some odd, completely unexplained reason.
Yeah.
Also, he brought shame because the training manual got stolen, and
Yeah.
all this shit happened, and I suppose that's what he meant, maybe.
Well, he said you had to be in peak physical condition. And for some reason that's before you've had sex. Even though, when you have sex, your body releases hormones and you absorb more protein. So having sex puts you in better physical state.
I know these old Chinese dudes, they don't science.
Yeah. They just have animal parts.
Oh, that was a bit.
I don't know. Right. They just snort rhino horn. That sounds like a sexual innuendo.
It might possibly be in China. Rhino horn might just have that function. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I've never snorted rhino horn before. I've done a crap of a hooker's anus, so I've got to think that's going to be similar, But
Yeah,
I
rhino
can't say I've
horn
done.
is a
yeah.
bit too far for me.
Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So Armin then goes to beat up the guys, and this was told to Chen by the toll guy. Which again, it makes no sense why he told him. His motive just seemed weird in this film.
What told who? Sorry?
The toll guy told Chen that Armin had gone to fight and get back the book and stuff.
Oh yeah, she's gone to the bar.
Yeah.
The restaurant.
The only restaurant we've had in the film so far.
Yeah. It's just the restaurant where everything goes down.
Yeah.
Where everyone looks for the gem and all the thugs hang out. It's just
Pretty
that
much.
one restaurant, We all know that one restaurant.
Yeah.
The one where it all happens. Anyway.
So Armin beats up all the guys at the lower ranking, and then she fights the master guy there, and she gets beat by him. Then Chan turns up, saves her, beats the shit out of that guy, and threatens him for the book. And then he tells him to go to go back to the Golden Buddha because the plot's there.
and so he goes searching for the plot.
Yeah.
Along with Armin.
She follows him later.
Oh right, yeah.
And Chan returns to the Golden Buddha, and he sees his master knelt down. It's like, oh my god, you were the evil guy all along. And then he goes and the master falls over dead. He's like, oh, you weren't. Okay. And then Tall guy turns up. It's like, haha, I am the evil master. You will now fight my army of interpretive golden dancers.
Yeah, these these what you think might just be temple decoration people were actually interpretive dancers.
But yeah, he beats them eventually. It was interesting. The choreography itself for that fight, it was like they didn't have enough time to rehearse it.
It went from being this sort of interpretive dance to them just running around in a circle.
Yeah.
Around him, these gold spray painted people.
It turned from high school interpretive dance to 3-year-old interpretive dance.
Yeah, pretty much. Then they just retreat for some reason.
Yeah, I think the master guy. He's beating like a gourd.
A gourd?
You know, like a pumpkin.
I suppose.
That they used to keep the drinks in.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just beats this like wooden noisemaker thing or something.
I swear, wasn't there a weapon earlier in the film that was basically just a pumpkin with a slit in it and it shooted out pins?
Yes, that was Odd Job.
That was a weird thing. I was when I saw that, I was like, I've never seen a weapon.
I thought he got hit by that initially, but so then Tall Guy takes off his shirt to fight him, and it turns out he was the guy who killed Chan's parents because they didn't have enough time to wrap up a proper plot.
Because he has the red thing, thus he must be the same person.
Yeah, probably was, but you know.
And they have a nice big old fight
on the beach.
Well, first in the temple, then he runs away.
Off. Yeah, to the beach for some reason. So then they fight on the beach.
Armin shows up for some reason.
And helps out.
Yeah.
Which, I can't really complain about that. It was fairly obvious she was going to. It usually seems to be the thing, you can't beat the master on your own.
And it's he runs off in slow motion towards the beach. What was that before? Chad, you mentioned Chun looks like he was running in slow motion, then they slowed it down.
He runs off when he's running to the temple.
Oh yeah, when he's going to the temple, but it looks like he's running in slow motion.
He was told to run really fast, but in the actions that you do to over-exaggerate it for slow motion, then they slowed it down to slow motion. I don't know.
There was a lot of slow motion in this beach fight as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of like weird times where they sped up and slowed down the footage itself in the fights.
Yeah, the audio for the slow motion bits in this fight were all distorted. When when you slow down and there's not enough samples, so it sort of goes.
Yeah.
So they fight and they fight and they fight.
And they do this weird, like, kind of synchronized fighting at the end.
Yeah.
Where it's like they punch him, then do reverse roundhouse kicks, then kick him in the stomach, then like spin around and hit him in the back of the shoulders with their side of their hands, and then Chan finishes him off.
I gotta say, they did do a really impressive backflip here, like 5 backflips in a row.
Yeah.
Along the beach, and I thought that was really cool looking. Synchronized as well, really cool.
Yeah.
That was before they got the upper hand on him.
Yeah.
But they defeat him. He crashes. What?
As expected.
Yeah, and he crashes into the water and presumably drowns.
And then the end. Just
the
a
end.
blue screen with the end. Which I will say, it was much better than the other film's ending. It didn't feel as abrupt. It felt like the fight finished.
At least they had enough animation budget just to display the end, rather than a half complete blood spray drip thing that went halfway down the screen and then abundantly clear that they had no money to finish it. But anyway.
Yeah. So overall, I will say this film is half decent.
Yeah, I'd say it's all right. I wasn't bored. That's the best compliment. Because
I'd say the film went by very quickly.
Yeah,
it didn't drag on, which was quite nice.
Yeah, the last two we've watched have been pretty short, like 70 minutes or 80 minutes.
Yeah, this one, I think. Well, this is a weird thing. You know how we said earlier there was a scene cut out. We felt like
there was 2 scenes we thought might be cut out.
The runtime of this film should have been an hour and a half. I don't know how accurate that is.
Hour and a half. How long was the YouTube video about?
Hour and 22.
Yeah,
so that could be 2
4-minute scenes cut out.
Yeah. Or more.
Yeah. So, it definitely seemed like that. There was, because we detected 2 instances where there was a blue screen, and then it just chopped to the next bit. So maybe
I don't.
Those two scenes might be lost to time.
Who knows?
We may never see them ever.
I'm never going to go looking for them. So I think though that there's not really a lot I could say that was wrong with this film overall. Like, okay, they use the woman as a plot device, and I think the events of this film just happen, and you can maybe cut stuff out from the start, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. It was like it was like perfectly competent,
Yeah.
but a bit. There was definitely a bit of a mixed match of different scenes there, and a bit of an uneven tone to it. But I mean, I'm normally fine with that, because normally these films have a bit of comedy in them and a bit of dramatic bits, and
Yeah.
there were just some scenes which were a bit completely out of place. Somewhat, I got the bird that comes out of the guy's sleeve.
Yeah.
that
I think they could
was.
have put a bit more comedy into it to play with those sorts of scenes, but
Yeah, it's sort of like this half.
yes, half.
The opening scene made me think it was going to be more of a comedy when the guy says, this will make me the king of all warriors, and then in slapstick fashion he's just killed by the gas.
Yeah. I also wouldn't say his film was bad or bad good, you know?
Yeah, it's not a so bad it's good movie either.
No. But it wasn't anywhere near bad. It was average.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think the best compliment I can say about this movie is that it was average, but I didn't find it I'd never found it boring. I was always like, this is, I was always intrigued to see where it went next. And
yeah. And as I think the film didn't drag on.
No,
which I think is the biggest compliment I can give a film which isn't necessarily a good film. Is that you don't feel like you're just waiting for it to end. So I'm going to say 6 out of 10.
I'm going to say Sleeve Bird out of 10.
Ooh, yeah.
Sleeve Bird that lays an egg on you out of 10. Actually, no, that's a bit too... what? Kinky? No, that's a bit too negative. I'd give this a...
Chinese Jason Statham out of 10.
I would give this a Chinese Zach Galifianakis out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right then, Ollie. Tell them where they can find your shit.
If you search Ollie from Solly in Google, you'll find all kinds of crazy stuff.
Nice. He eats food on YouTube for a visual arts project. It hasn't updated it in a year.
Have you counted that?
No, I haven't. I haven't been on it in months.
Yes. That's called Ollie Eats Food. And Ollie from Solly, by the way, is spelled OLIFROMSOLLY.
Pete, where can you find your shit? Oh, wait, you're not here because you're a fucking...
He's void. He doesn't exist. He's nowhere to be found. He doesn't exist on the internet even. Yeah. He's a complete anomaly. Who is this Pete?
You won't even find him if you search for, at the time, Starfish on Twitter.
Yeah. There's nothing.
And if you do find him on the internet, definitely don't send him any abuse saying how you're completely disappointed that he missed a podcast episode. And that he let our family down. He brought disgrace on the master.
Yes. He what should his punishment be?
He has to lick up the egg that the bird laid from the guy's face.
I think he'd enjoy that.
Anyway, I'm Mozza Kane. You can find me on YouTube, where I do speed paintings and other arty stuff. On Twitter, where you can hear me bitch about stuff. And on...
Am I following your Twitter?
I can't remember. I don't think so. I haven't got a lot of followers. And then on Tumblr at Loza Art for my half... I call it art. It's art in the same way that this film's art. It just is.
Just exists.
Yeah. We'll hopefully see you next week, maybe with Pete. If not,
bye. If not, we'll do whatever kung fu this guy does in this movie on him. We'll unsheath a sword and
throw plates at him.
Yeah, throw pins and
make Pete lose his virginity so he can't train to be a master. Wait, what?
Yes.
Anyway, see ya.
See ya.